Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
Don't act brand new.
I've been gone for like a
Don't
month.
act brand new.
That is true. Welcome back from your extended foot convention, B.
Hey man, toes galore.
Were you at GDC? Didn't you bring that up at some point? I feel like you did.
Yes, we did. We were talking about 5-star toes and how I inadvertently found out about Wiki Feet.
Yes.
Because I didn't even know it existed, but I was making a joke, and then it looked like I was deep in the community, and I was
yeah,
like,
it did.
and then it was such an awkward situation, and I felt I really had to defend myself because I was like, look, I'm in the trenches, but that's bad. Like that,
it was a joke, and
that was,
like, nah.
and everybody's like, oh, bro, like,
yeah.
You're a Gold Star Raider, and I'm like, what is that? And it just take like, it just go to completely new levels, and Fame's back.
I'm not back. My
Yes,
my
you are.
audio. Huh?
You're back.
You sound
Sound
good
You
right
can hear
now.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear me clearly.
Yes.
Yes.
But if you get crazy later, that's not our fault.
Yeah, it's definitely
We'll
not
tell
our
you.
fault. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, how much longer till we start?
Now we're live.
We're live.
That foot fetish that was the top of the show.
LV1gaming.com and congratulations. That's crazy work. I thought we still had time.
No, we're live.
No, we're late.
On the
Yeah.
show. That's cool, man. Listen, we are back. Baron is back on the show. He is back from FootCon 2025, and I'm so proud of him. I'm glad he had the time of his life. That's great. It is good to see him back on the stream, Hugger as well, and Dallas and Dez. Nisa, how I see you in the chat. Nate, what's going on with you, man? We got stuff to talk about. We're gonna go back to a topic that we kind of touched on last week that for some reason really became a topic of discussion on social media almost immediately after we ended our podcast. Which I'm like, where did you guys get that notion from? But listen, with all that said, what's going on, people? Famous Entertainment from level1gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys leveled up. This is the Level 1 Gaming Podcast. You guys do me a big favor, hit that like button. It helps us out a whole bunch. Let people know we are live and we are back to doing this thing consistent again. We apologize, and I take full blame for us not being on track as of late. We're going to get that rectified. Before we get going to topics, let's go with the introductions. First up, my right hand. Man. The Flo Hogan with the hardest of ours. What's going on, sis?
I missed y'all. I miss Baron. You know, it's nice to see that beautiful boy back, looking extra delicious lately. Fame, you're looking good. Des, I know you look good, even though you exhausted in Dallas. You know you stay safe. And I'm back. Glad to be back with can't get a sentence out. Glad to be back with the family, talking all kinds of things.
Next up, if your emails is popping and your DMs is full, that's because Communication Director Level 1 Game trying to get hold of you, baby. It's been a while. Baron J67, what's going on, Chief?
No,
Old Negro spirituals.
Hey, seriously. I am happy to be back, and then it's gonna be funny because I'm gonna be gone next week too. But I'm back for this week, and the present is the gift, and now is what matters. Woo! And then we'll be having, as long as I don't mess up anything, we'll be having, what is that bad boy called? I forgot what the show is called. Backlog Barbarians on Sunday. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I've been gone for like a month, like legit month. I had to change my passwords for everything. Like, bro, it's been horrible. Like,
And I want to say this before we get going to introductions, because Baron, I blame you. I blame you with all of my soul because I had all the intent to play more games, and all I've been playing is Balatro.
I told you. I warned you. I warned you. That game is
Step in and just say, like, that is how you play games, Fame. Like, I noticed, like, forever you were on Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
That, I mean, like, that's just how you, that's how you do.
Yeah. I get addicted.
You get addicted.
I didn't play Rivals in a while.
Vampire Survivors, Rivals. Yeah. Like, he'll find a game, and then that's it. Avowed.
Road Company.
Yeah, we was running Road Company hard.
Dauntless.
Yeah.
Dauntless is in bad shape right now too.
Well, it's dead at this point. I was gonna say, isn't it dead? Yeah.
It's in super bad shape.
But yeah,
man. Balacho has taken over my life, and I don't feel like playing anything else. I know Soccer Midnight's about to drop, and I'm gonna play that right now, man. I can't play nothing else but Balacho, and it's sad because I get to the final, no matter what deck I have, I get to the final one on each deck, and I lose every time.
Every time. And then I hear people like, "Yeah, I beat every deck," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, why are you lying?" And it just, yeah.
It's ridiculous. Next up, one of the hardest working women in the biz. She was also at GDC this week. What's going on, Des? How you doing, sis?
Good. I'm just glad I didn't get sick because I got sick from DICE. And there was a lot of people in your face at GDC. So it was. But it was a good time. I'm glad to be back. I should be here next week. So yeah.
Lying.
No, I will. I think so. Look, I'm not gonna make any promises.
Like
I don't have any events happening next week. I have an event happening this weekend though. I don't know if you guys heard about the Muse and You Game Jam, but it's one that's for women and femme identifying individuals. So we're gonna have a dope set of just teams making games, and once they put them on itch.io, I'll share the link here so you guys can check them out.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What am I?
Last but definitely not least, DALLAZ.
Man, let's go. Man, what's up with y'all, man? I feel like it's been a long time. Every time I feel like it's been a long time, and this time it's even 2 consecutive weeks. So we doing good. We getting back to it, and we glad y'all getting back to it with us. Let's get it.
So what you're saying is it's been a long time.
You
shouldn't have left you. Let's go.
Without a dope beat.
Step two.
Step.
Yes, I do that. I do it on Twitter. I like to do my timelines cleanse, and like I check the vibes. Like one time I put just bought a Cadillac, and somebody said congratulations.
Oh no! Throw some D's on that.
That's the only response. If anybody ever tells you I just bought a Cadillac, it's
some D's on it.
That's it.
Big Mac.
Congratulations. I mean,
there's some cheese on it.
I'm glad you're happy for me, but congratulations. And I tell you, I just bought a Cadillac.
Nah, you know what this is.
Throw some
D's on
it. Some D's on there.
Yeah.
Listen, we can't go forward without going backwards. And B, I'm gonna start with you because you weren't here last week when we started this conversation and debate.
Tragic.
In on the right spot. But check this out. What's up, Julian? But listen, B. So there's a conversation that's happening, and we've had this conversation last week, and throughout the rest of the week, this has been in many different articles. I've been seeing different posts from some of the biggest handles. I've seen Jez Corden talk about it, but we talked about this last week on the show. The rumors are that Xbox may have a super hybrid console, right? Which means we may see Steam on the Xbox. With that, if Steam is on Xbox and PlayStation games are on Steam, that also means if Xbox plays Steam games, Xbox plays Spider-Man 2, Xbox plays God of War, right?
Okay.
And so this debate it's really kicked off over the last couple of days because people are asking, what will PlayStation do? Because me, in my heart of hearts, I know of the petty. I mean, I know money rules all, right? But I know PlayStation can be petty. And I can see them saying, you know what? I'm going to pull my games away. Yeah. Some people are saying, hey, they can find a way to just block the games on there.
Yeah.
Other people are saying, no, this isn't NVIDIA. What is it called?
GeForce Now.
This isn't GeForce Now. They don't have a way to do that. That's not a thing. B, I got to go to you because you weren't here last week, and this topic has been raging.
Yeah.
If this is true, and Xbox it has Steam. The next Xbox has Steam. What will PlayStation do or not do if this happens?
You know what I can imagine them worst case scenario, like let's say they can't block it. Let's say for some reason that's just impossible. The easiest way around it that's going to cause a lot of headaches and people will be mad but they'll still go through with it is they'll just create a launcher. They will create a launcher, and the launcher will try to pop up as you're trying to play on your Xbox, and it won't be able to process. And or if they don't create a launcher, it'll make it to where you have to log in to PlayStation, and it'll make it to where you can't. And people, of course, will figure out workarounds because Xbox is basically a PC. But I think that's what will happen. That'll be the easiest way for them to.
You mean like you have to log, like Steam's on your Xbox, you go to play God of War, it says, hey, you got to log into PSN. You log into PSN and it detects that you're on the Xbox and saying, no, you can't play this game. You don't have.
Yeah, because the launcher won't be able to pop up within the Xbox OS. Like it just boom. Like that's in a world where like what can I do that will still allow my games to be on PlayStation and PC while also not allowing them to be playable on the competition's console. that in my head, that's the cheapest way to do it. People are going to complain, but just like when people complain about Apple, people still buy the product. Like it's still going to sell. So
I think even with that, I think the next Xbox will be so close to a PC. It's just going to be a box in front of your TV that pretty much is going to be a Windows PC. I think it's going to be so close to a PC that even it's going launcher cool, because at this point Xbox just doesn't care.
Controller's going to have a mouse mode.
I mean, I don't even know why I know this is going to upset people who like love Xbox, but what would be the point of that?
To keep Xbox name alive.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
because again, Des, we talked about it. What's the point of Google letting Android be on Samsung? Google has a phone, a Pixel.
Yeah,
they have a phone and it's their OS, but they allow other people to have it. So, I mean, I guess that's how I look at it.
That makes sense to me, because you want your software everywhere, right? You want your platform everywhere. What I don't get, right? What I don't understand is creating another hardware system when your sales were already not that great to begin with. Well,
the way, come being fresh to this conversation, and being gone for so long, so I'm gonna go ahead and grandstand. But I look at it as this: until we get to a point where universally consoles are gone, Xbox's best way to still show a presence of, hey, we're in the gaming world, will be to make a console. And I think they will. I think they will always make a console as long as there's a room and space for a console. But my fear is, my number one fear is that they're going to do all of this and all of a sudden it's going to have a small hiccup, or maybe even not sell as well, or maybe even sell the same as the Series X. And now this will be the last hurrah, and they'll like go to a dongle and be like, hey, plug us into your TV.
But they might use this as an excuse to just push you towards PCs anyways, because I still stand by what I said. I think within 5 to 10 years, they won't be making consoles at all. I think Nintendo will still be making consoles because Nintendo doesn't care and they'll be doing whatever Nintendo wants to do. But I think Xbox is like, they've already shown that they're moving towards that. And I get it. Like if you were
in theory.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I thought you was right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, cause I was actually coming to you, Des, about your point, and I see Enate's points in the chat. In theory, you talk about, eventually consoles being gone, right? And Enate talked about Android is the operating system and Pixel's a raw Android, right? We talked about last week about the Xbox doing a handheld, and it actually being an Asus handheld that has the Xbox OS on it, right? That's the same principle in my opinion, right? So Xbox is going to say, hey, here is our piece of hardware. It is the raw Xbox experience, right? But we're also going to have Asus, Lenovo, whoever else that want to do it, create their hardware with our software on it, right? And if that software allows you to, if the Xbox OS allows you to do the Xbox Store, Windows Store, and Steam, and if those Steam games have PlayStation games on it, doesn't that virtually just end the console war? Like, I mean, doesn't that kind of wrap?
It's just a computer at that point. Up? Yeah.
So I mean, it's over at that point. Like that's the end game.
I mean, unless they're still doing exclusives and they come up with something else where you can't get it anywhere but their system. I mean, like, that's how Nintendo survived. Like, so unless they do something like that, but they've already shown that that's not where they're headed. They want their stuff everywhere. So,
and I to be 100% honest, especially after I didn't look too deep into it, but the current head of PlayStation, didn't they kind of say that they're opening up? They're basically opening up what's going on in PC. That this is all, as we know, Rise of the Ronin, God of War.
I know Spider-Man. They did reiterate. They reiterated that their mission is to sell PlayStations, and they're not going day and date. That's their mission, is to sell your PlayStation. And we know this, right? We said it a million times. PlayStation is about selling you hardware. I just feel like, again, and that's the point. I think that consoles will just be PCs. I think the next Xbox will, and for all intents and purposes, just be a condensed miniature PC with not all the Windows features, but a mesh of what Xbox is and what Windows is. And I think that is what their Microsoft's endgame will continue to make hardware. My only question is, is what will PlayStation do? Because their model is exclusives. Like, hey, we're not going day and date. We want you to buy our console to play God of War, the new God of War, Egyptian, or wherever they're going next, right? And then we'll put it on Steam 2 years later. That could be going on Steam. That going on Steam also means, hey, Xbox, like, you're going to get it in 2 years.
Well, then in that case, but let's be real, just like people are going to still buy PlayStations as long as PlayStation makes a PlayStation. People are going to buy it.
So now,
you see what I'm saying? People are going to buy it. I wonder how petty they'll be, and I wonder if it'll be. I don't know, man. Do you think they'll go all the way with it, or this will further, like you mentioned with the 2-year thing? This will delay day and date this will delay PC launches even more.
This would further. If you had any hopes and dreams
of day and
date with PlayStation, if this thing is true and they don't have a way to stop it, and those investors on the board of Sony are not going to say, hey, we don't want the PC money no more. They're not going to do that because you're projecting out of having these sales at this point, and just say, hey, you know what? We can no longer project those sales. Any hope and dream you had a day and day with PlayStation and PC is gone. Unless that launch you talked about, PlayStation, instead of saying, hey, our games are on Steam, hey, you load up the PlayStation launcher on your PC. And that just changes everything at that point, because they won't need Steam anymore. And are we confident that PC gamers, as much as they complain about having
so many launches, 2K.
They're gonna download another one?
Yeah, they will.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, they will.
And that's
because the PlayStation brand is still big.
Yeah, but it's also about accessibility. So even if the consoles go away, like, I don't think accessories will go away, if that makes any sense. I know we're trying to do like VR, and honestly, if we're moving into the future where VR is a thing, like, how important will a console be at that point? Right? Your headset will be super important. Your accessories will be super important. And just to go back on what you were saying about Sony always selling PlayStation, Sony has always been a hardware company, so that makes sense. Like, that is them. They don't make software, so like that is their bread and butter. And as for, I mean, like, I think it would be interesting. So this is like kind of like an analogy, but like, Apple used to be the #1 phone in China, right? China's population is crazy. They have like tons of money. China's like doing their thing. Because they have now come up with their own kind of brands.
The Huawei.
Yeah. iPhone has declined a lot. So like, when I'm thinking about like just Microsoft in general, and how like there are so many people out there creating different computers, different brands of computers, they aren't the ones necessarily always creating their own product. It makes sense for them to be able to put their games on other products. So even if the Xbox does die, or like they just slow down, like, I think it's okay for them. I think they'll be just fine. And I think it would be smart for them to partner up. Like, how cool it'd be is if they were like, you know what, Sony, let's partner up. We'll let you make something that you can play our games on, and we'll combine it. Because at one time, Sega and Nintendo were going to do that. And I think that would have been really, really dope. Not knowing if they're going to do it now, but it seems like there is a pathway to where they could, because they're like, hey, we want to put our games on your system, and vice versa.
I'm gonna tell you what my big fear is with this. And me and Yobi were talking about it the other day. I think that Dallas was there too. Is the licensing issue? Like, what's gonna happen when you could throw this out with anything, but Oh, it's playable through Game Pass, or not Game Pass. It's playable through Steam, but the license doesn't cross over to console play, and all of a sudden the key doesn't work when you try to boot it up. Like, and I could imagine there being a lot of these issues, and the trippy thing is, it wouldn't even be immediate. These would be issues like what's going to happen to our digital libraries with the way IPs are moving around now.
Oh, it's pretty crazy.
It's going to be bad. Like,
which is why they've been pushing the whole, you don't actually own your game.
Yeah,
you just own the right to play it.
They're letting us know it's about to get weird.
Something that I found out at GDC, just like talking to a lot of industry people, like a lot of these companies that would sell their IPs to different studios are now trying to start their own publishing sectors within their companies, right? So they own the rights, they own everything. And that is going to change a lot of stuff. Like, just imagine if Marvel was able to have their own publishing away from Disney and they were publishing their own games. Not saying that it would be great, but I do know a lot of companies it's going to affect more studios. More layoffs are going to happen. I know we're not talking about layoffs, but even Crystal Dynamics just announced that they laid off people and they're behind Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Even though now Amazon's behind Tomb Raider. Yeah, I was going to say Amazon's behind.
They were originally the studio behind Tomb Raider.
But isn't that crazy that we live in a world where, and it's only, and everything that's going on with Monolith and all of that falling apart, who knows where all that stuff's going to fall. Because I've been gone for a while, and I know that's stuff that's been happening the last few weeks. But in an ever increasing digital market, where the lion's share of the gaming market is digital, having all these IPs moving around the way they are should make people nervous, because you're that whole thing of renting, like Des brought up, is going to be really pushed even further to the forefront. You're going to be playing a game and then all of a sudden quick resume it, and you're not going to have access to it anymore. Like, it's going to be gone, because all of a sudden, I mean, that's already been happening on Amazon.
Yeah, if game
people buying movies,
you can't play it.
Yeah, people buying movies and then not having access because Amazon doesn't have the license to stream it anymore, even though you bought it. Stadia, like, these things are going to happen.
And I never thought about it. That is the biggest scam. Like, they basically, pardon my French, they fucked us.
Bad. How much money you spend on Stadia?
Bruh.
I bought the what was it, the initial edition that came with like Baldur's Gate? Yeah.
Well, that was money not well spent
at all.
I mean,
better than purchasing it, Leah.
But this is why physical media will always be king.
Always.
It will always be king.
And shout out to teams like
Limited Run,
Baldur's Gate, the Larian Studios. They make it to where, like, if you go buy Baldur's Gate 3 physical, whether it's on PS5, which is 2-disc, or it's on or on Xbox Series X, which is 4-disc, it's the entire game and it's offline.
That's because they care about their players.
Exactly. And just like Warhorse Studios, shout out to them, Toby and them, over at Kingdom Come Deliverance Physical. Yeah. That is the complete game, and you do not need to be online to play it. Like, bro, physical media.
I just want to say,
physical doesn't last forever. Physical, you guys, probably some of you guys are our age watching. DVDs are breaking down now. Like, I just had a DVD go bad. A DVD.
Really?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Like, DVDs, physical media doesn't stay forever. Floppy disks aren't around anymore.
And even
they'll live long enough to be with me.
That part. Hey, Game Boy games have batteries in them.
They ain't lived long enough to be with.
What?
You
didn't know? Yeah.
I did not know that.
Game Boy games and Game Boy Color and whatnot, they have a battery. Like, the battery can go out. Yeah.
Game Boy Advance too?
No. Advance, I think, was only a chip.
It was just a Game Boy Color.
Yeah, Game Boy Color. Yeah.
I didn't have Game Boy Color. I was about to go check my games immediately after this.
Hey, I'm just saying, I would anyway.
Guaranteed our game's still inside the box along with the console. Guaranteed.
You still got the booklet.
You know what?
You'd be a billionaire.
I'm gonna let y'all hate as long as you want to. I was looking up Gaia's World of Illusions or Illusions of Gaia, and that game is selling for almost $1,000 in the box. So listen, in 20 years, if somebody wants my PS5 in the box because it's mint condition and never been used, I got you.
Amen, baby.
Amen.
It's me that somebody is me.
He said, I'm person. He said, I'm person.
You want it now, and
But
it's not worth that much. So no way.
Even if like
you
physical
saying, D?
media did, even if physical media did last forever, there's still the issue of availability.
Yeah.
That's still a thing to think about. Like,
But-
so it's not
Gonna
an
make
end all
copies.
be
And
all.
internet.
But
Well, this is the magic of things, right? Like, people are going to Target today to buy, well, not our people, but people going to Target today to buy records. Like, people are actively buying records.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, so we're in it's funny, Julian was in the chat. Like, I think I was talking with Julian or somebody. People want to
Yes.
feel. People want things.
That tactical. Yeah.
People want things. Like, that's especially in a world where we're being told you don't own this. All my music, if Spotify goes offline, is gone. Like, it just
me an
all of
MP3
it-
player again.
you see what I'm saying? Like, people want to
MP3
feel.
player.
Yeah.
What's
Zoom-
crazy is that they
Zoom
got
would
us all.
crush it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Got
They
us.
really did. Like, everybody was like,
They said
yeah,
you want
no, this is-
convenience?
yes. Now you're going to pay for it and never
us your
own
You
it.
don't want to go to
soul.
GameStop? Actually, GameStop just closed here in Canada. We have no more GameStops. So
Listen,
that's
wow.
like
You know what? That's
I want
crazy.
to remind you guys. I want to remind you that I have always been Team GameStop.
Me
and
too.
I don't hate the people who say, "Oh, I hate GameStop." Trust me. Well, at least for me, I don't want to live in a world where I don't have a dedicated game store that's not a mom. I mean, we have mom and pops, right?
Yeah.
But just that I walk in the store and everything.
cute.
I mean, Best Buy, I got to go through. I got to go through the phone. What is that?
Slytherin.
Oh,
I got this from GameStop. I went and bought that. Yeah, and then I bought a Kirby fitted. Like, yeah, bro. Like, it
I don't
just-
want GameStop to ever go away.
my man, he
Me
built
neither.
like not the mama.
He is built like not the mama. That's funny.
But I do want to transition just a bit, but I want to stay on PlayStation because it is I think The Verge might have posted this first, but it's been all over the place, right? So Indiana Jones and Forza Horizon 5 are top of the charts on PlayStation right now. To point Indiana Jones, the game that came out on Xbox last year that didn't have much fanfare,
It's
let's keep
killing
it a
it.
buck, is killing it on PlayStation. And I don't know if I should just say, damn, Xbox fans, what are you doing? Or if I want to say, damn, PlayStation people, y'all knew y'all wanted this game. Why didn't you just buy an Xbox?
Two things
I'm
can
gonna
be
be honest.
true.
Two things. I'm be honest. I have an Xbox and I install and uninstall Indiana Jones because I just realized that I didn't care about Indy and his first person ass. I just didn't care. Like I couldn't bring myself to like, oh man, it's gonna be a bunch of puzzles. And I know I don't do puzzles.
Yeah.
Like if the game got too many puzzles, I'm out. Give me
Y'all making
one
me think during
or
playtime?
two.
You
But
don't
if
use
every
my
every
brain?
3 hours I gotta do this, or call my wife to say, "Come look at this," and that's what I'm not seeing. I
So
quit.
you
That's
didn't
not
play.
fun.
You didn't play any of the
It's
old
like,
Tomb
hey,
Raider
come look at
games,
this.
did you?
Oh,
I
no.
did. Did I
Okay, 'cause
finish them
there's a
all?
lot of puzzle.
No, 'cause it
Okay,
just,
But those
right.
are
It
kind of
just fit-
straightforward.
He wasn't there for the puzzles.
yeah. If it's side quest stuff, I'm cool with that. I'm
Bubble
not
titties.
trying to play a bunch of puzzles.
That's fair.
But every 3 hours, I'm not. I want to punch. I want to whip somebody.
That's crazy.
and I'm gonna go
Every
about my
3
business.
You wanna
hours, a
what?
puzzle shows up.
I was gonna say every 3 hours ain't bad.
That's not bad.
Too much. I want one puzzle the whole game.
Mm,
That's the whole game.
Don't forget, y'all,
One.
Hellblade is also his favorite game.
Yeah, which makes no
So
sense.
he likes puzzles.
Make it make
Them ain't really
sense.
puzzles.
Play
It's like- Hell-
Sinuous.
Yeah, that's his
That's
favorite game.
puzzle.
Hellblade ain't really
all in that.
puzzles. Them
Oh,
ain't
those are
puzzles. Them like
Those
find a
are-
way to make
I
this
quit.
shit match up.
I quit because
That's a puzzle.
one didn't make
Oh my
it. I
God.
couldn't make it match for the life of me. I ran all the way back to the beginning in the first one, and back because it was just a weird angle, and for the life of me, I cannot get it, and I didn't want to go online to look, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. And I
think the difference is I fell in love with the game and the character. I don't give a damn about indie.
That's what it is.
That's fair.
That's what it is.
That's fair.
I don't care now, and I don't like the fact that it's first person. So when I heard it was that's different. We had fun.
Split Fiction is good.
Ooh, when are we gonna play Split Fiction? I want to argue with somebody.
I played it.
I'm down. I saw Hugger was running there with Stroley. We were watching.
Yeah.
So B, you let me know, and we can run it. We still gotta run that ice game. But listen, back to my point. Indiana Jones and Forza Horizon 5 are top of the pre-orders on PS5, right? Now I want to ask this: is it because PlayStation, as far as first-party releases, are a little bit dry right now, or was because these games are great, they just didn't have the audience to go out and buy them?
I don't know.
Or was it two things can be true at the same time?
Two things could be true, and possibly a third or fourth.
Are you still asking about Indiana Jones? I'm sorry.
Indiana Jones and Forza.
I think Indiana Jones has
PlayStation 5 right now.
I think there's a lot of nostalgia with Indiana Jones, and a lot of people who are still console warring and not playing on PC. I could see them picking it up. Plus, this is America, Indiana Jones.
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? It's pretty America, So it makes sense. And
whips and not
to be political, but the times that we're in,
it matches.
You know what I mean? It matches.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like Indiana Jones is set to release April 17th, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And there's a collector's edition. I mean, they're going all out. I mean, and
also people fucking love Harrison Ford.
Did you see
what's hilarious?
Where's the collector's
early
edition?
Access?
Yeah.
And early access for a game that's been out for 6 months, and Forza. Yeah. You can play the game 5 days early, bro. The game is already out, just released at Xbox, but they're gonna get their munions.
Mm-hmm.
Forza 5, they charging $60. Indiana Jones, I think, are they charging $74?
I thought it was wrong. I didn't look. Let me see. I went down if it's
Xbox is gonna get. They about to get their munions, and it looks like PlayStation. They supporting it. And so, to me, if you are console worn and you ready to die about Xbox, you got to talk to your brethren, because it looks like it's finna go crazy on PlayStation. And at the end of the day, that's a dub. I mean,
yeah.
He said bop bop, and we'll do it again.
It's crazy. I guess your corporate crush ain't as petty as you thought, huh?
Bro, the way looking at all of this, right? It's the only way. Just keep bringing stuff day one to Game Pass. Yeah. That's all I can ask. That's all I
ask. The Xbox gamer, that's all you care about, is as long as you bring your stuff to Game Pass.
Bring it to Game Pass. Give me some more third-party titles, some more AA and AAA games. Is
Game Pass enough for you to buy another Xbox?
I'm gonna tell you no, because the only reason I bought my Series X is because of the speed of it. You talking mess.
I was
and he was clowning me bad, and we was running Outriders. That's a damn shame. My reason for upgrading my Series X was so I'd stop get clowned while playing Outriders.
I mean, honestly, that is how Black people are with each other.
Yeah, it's horrible.
We keep each other on our toes. You know what I'm saying?
And then what made me fall in love with the Series X was the quick resume. That was the only thing in there outside of speed. Of course, things are just faster. It looks better. Cool, whatever. But the actual thing that made me feel like I'm experiencing a new console was quick resume. Like that. So I'm wondering, maybe quick resume will expand. Maybe it'll
somehow.
Yeah, maybe it'll turn into a thing of hey, on your handheld, your ROG Ally, you'll be able to pick up right where you were from, and then be able to bounce back and forth, and like how people be grabbing images and throwing them at other phones. Maybe you could do that with the game. Damn, that actually would be pretty cool.
As someone that people call the Xbox guy, the Xbot or whatever, these games going on PlayStation 5, my heart of hearts, I promise you, does not bother me. Right? I feel like unless Microsoft allows me to take my library and play my entire library on PC, I will continue to buy an Xbox console because I think I'm like Julian. I've invested a lot into it. A lot of games is over there. There's no other way for me to play. I know eventually what they're working on is as long as you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, they're working on you to have the ability to stream your library. But that's a slow rollout, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like Julian as well. I do like the interface. I do enjoy Xbox, right? And these games going to PlayStation does not bother me. Just like if I was a hardcore PlayStation guy, if these games go on to Steam and those Steam games playable on Xbox, it would not bother me because at the end of the day, man, you said the key point. As an Xbox gamer, keep bringing me Game Pass. If they want Game Pass, I'm happy. If I'm a PlayStation gamer, keep bringing them first-party bangers
and I'm there.
Over-the-shoulder action-adventure third-party titles. I'm not bothered about who else can play. I think that's the kind of what console war in a nutshell is. I can do this because of what I bought. You can't.
Yep.
I think once people get past that, like realize, like, wait a minute, my enjoyment of God of War, Anubis doesn't change. My enjoyment of day one Game Pass game, day one Call of Duty doesn't change because Baron also gets to do it.
I don't understand why like the mentality of most people wouldn't just be like the more people that get to play this, the better. Like media just is not. There's not as much impact if you can't share with people, or like if nobody else had that experience besides you. The impact is not nearly as much there.
But that's the one like 101 in marketing.
I was gonna say it's not even gaming; it's everything.
It's marketing. Like that's how you make your sales, by making something exclusive or not exclusive, or like the idea of like, hey, you got to buy it now. It's almost gone. Like those are just marketing tactics.
That's all it is. Because when you look at it, look at cell phones. It's funny. You'll get people who hate console wars, like hate console wars, but then ask them about what's the difference between Android and iPhone, and they will immediately revert to console warring. Like, they won't. Oh, it's different. No, it's not. It's the same thing.
It's not.
It's the same exact thing. And that
I feel bad because I was gonna be like, my Android used to just black out. Maybe it was just the phone itself. Don't know.
Look, we could do this all day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And just black out. But I mean, like that's everybody's gonna have preferences for what they like versus what they don't like, and that's fine. You can have your preference. What's ignorant is fighting about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not coming into your house and you're not coming into my house, then why do you care what I play on? And I think that's part of the problem. I think in the beginning when we had the console wars in the 90s, it made sense because they were doing different things. Sega was doing different things. It had different games. Like you couldn't play those games on Nintendo at all, and vice versa. Like it doesn't even make sense really now to have that kind of war. And we're adults now. Most of us who are bitching about it can buy both consoles. At some point, like save up your coins. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we're rich. I'm just saying. How many consoles do you have?
Hey, she low-key stunned on the universe though.
Yeah,
like,
she did.
She did that. Yeah, she did that.
Maybe it's my fault, like for thinking the way I think. Like I'm just a habitual business minder, so I don't really mind if other people get something that I got. Like every time you get a new car, you see 1,000 of them on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses.
I care about exclusive is my girl. Everything else I don't care about exclusivity.
That's it.
That's all you should care about.
Yeah,
honestly,
I don't care about exclusivity, and I'm not gonna sit here in front because I don't cap. At one point in my younger days, I probably been this rah upset. Xbox, what are you doing?
Oh, that was about 3 episodes ago, y'all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, that change didn't come fast.
Lie. It didn't come fast, but it came. But it was 3 episodes ago. Don't play me. Don't listen.
It came fast like 911 in white neighborhoods.
Wow.
Ain't got no shame about it. Ain't got no shame about it.
Yeah. Set you up for that one.
It's funny because it's true.
Shout out to the PlayStation community, man. Y'all doing y'all big one with Indiana Jones, man. y'all are getting played with 2 days early access for a game that's already out. But hey, man, if that's what you want to play 2 days early, go right on ahead.
I love that for you. I love that for you.
I love that for you. You're gonna pay an extra $20 to play 2 days early for a game that's been out for 6 months. That's cool.
But we talked about that. People will absolutely do that just to say.
Cause I'm for sure about to be in Dune. I'm about to be on the rack. Is stunting on them spice life.
Ooh. Speaking of exclusives, Nintendo is about to have a Nintendo Direct that's exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. No Switch 2. Is it just me? Or the Nintendo Switch needs to die yesterday?
No.
I think it's time to move on.
I think
don't give me a direct.
Nope.
Give me a direct about the Switch 2. I don't care about the Switch. I don't care. I want if you go. That's like PlayStation saying, all right, the PS6 comes out in December. Hey, we got a PlayStation thing all about the PS5. I don't care.
I don't care. You're doing the wrong thing here. You're trying to put regular game logic on Nintendo, and that's not right.
Exactly.
Yep.
That you can't do that.
They don't care that you don't care.
Yeah, these are the people who successfully sold cardboard boxes.
Yes. And we don't bring that up every time. We don't bring that up every time. Sold out.
On COGS.
Yeah. Not just
we watched every single Nintendo Direct for the last decade. They do not care. They just do what they want.
They don't care.
We watched the Nintendo Direct when they brought the Switch in. It was wild. They do not care at all.
Nintendo's opening up a store in San Francisco.
Yeah, and that was a huge thing.
They're opening up a store in San Francisco. They do not care because they know we love them no matter what. Bring me the white plumber and his brother, and in the 100th game that you're going to put him in.
Preach.
And I'm still playing.
I'm gonna clip that, and I'm gonna put Black Podcast Woman says, "Bring on the white plumber."
Absolutely. I will stand by it.
Don't, because this is going to take a turn, but we're not going to talk about that.
He's always trying to make me look terrible on social media.
You about to get a DM.
Bring on the white plumber.
Oh my God.
My bad, Dez. I love you.
I know you don't.
I love you.
No, you don't. You're a villain.
Let me see. Even Luke, kill the Switch.
No.
I'm not saying kill it, but let's move on.
I mean, we are slowly moving on to the Switch too. It just takes time. We're moving in Nintendo time, not CP time.
I got a feeling in the chat right now, there's 5 people who just bought PS2 games.
Probably.
I'm one of them.
What'd you buy?
My point proven.
Well, PlayStation not having a PS2 Direct.
Yeah, but my point is you can't kill something that's still active. And games have been in development for.
I don't mean
Xenoblade X.
People are still actively.
Let's not have showcases with these games no more. Like showcase the Switch 2.
Nah, we good, bro.
I'm gonna watch it.
We gonna buy it anyway.
We're gonna buy it anyway. Yeah, and then the limited edition ones, I'm gonna probably
buy
get it. Is it gonna sit in a box? Probably, but I'm gonna still get it.
We're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Bro, do you know these folks sold us a clock, and I don't even think anybody has one yet, but people paid for it. Bro, we gonna buy it. Nintendo can do no wrong. They are the Disney of gaming.
They started out with card games. You can't tell them nothing.
They are the Disney of gaming. The mouse is always right.
Yep.
Just like Mario, the plumber is always right, bro. Just open your wallet. You're gonna buy one. You're gonna buy 2 because baby girl gonna get one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God,
that's the reason why Pokemon ZA looks like garbage.
But all y'all still bought it.
You're gonna buy it. No, it ain't out yet. It ain't out yet. Talking about the new one.
You're talking about Power World Light.
Yeah, I had a whole debate.
Power World Super Light.
Yeah, you're talking about Power World Light.
Bro, because it looks like a Switch game.
It is.
That's why Pokemon Legends.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. I'm okay with games looking like a Switch game. Have you seen
Cult of the Lamb looks like a Switch game, and Cult of the Lamb is fantastic.
I need Pokemon to evolve, and it's not going to evolve. Number one, because of the hardware limitations of the Switch, and number two, Power didn't do enough to make Pokemon realize that they need to do better.
No, they did. Because let's
do your Pokemon.
Hey, but can we be real here? Isn't it trippy that it's been almost 30 years? Well, I'll be nice and I'll say 20, even though I know that's shy. It's been 20 years. It took 20 years for what are they called? Not Nintendo. Who makes the game? Game Freak. Or
Game Freak.
It took 20 years for Game Freak to make the game actually kind of look like the show.
Didn't Ash just grow up like 2 years ago though? Like, didn't Ash finally like reach adulthood?
Yeah,
they're moving on their own.
Years.
He's been 10 for like 20 years, so you know.
Hey man.
Honestly, I'm okay with the graphics looking the way they are. I've noticed a huge shift even in the indie scene where they're going back to like PS1 looking graphics and PS2 looking graphics, and they're selling. Also, y'all are literally playing a hyped up solitaire. So, I mean...
Ta-da!
Did you just call Pokemon Solitaire?
No, you're talking about Balatro.
I'm talking about Balatro.
Oh, Balatro.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't understand the reference, but it's poker-esque.
Yeah.
Graphics don't matter if a story is dookie. I'd rather a story look like a Switch game and give me a good story than half of the console.
You would think after Power World... You would think after Power World, Nintendo would have stepped it up with Pokemon, and they didn't.
Pokemon because they don't have to.
They don't have to,
They
bro.
crushed everybody, almost everybody who did.
They
Pokemon
don't have
better
to.
than them.
They don't have to, man.
Star Wars sold us the
And
same
learn
story for
nothing.
40 years.
Yep.
And then ain't no Skywalkers alive, and one took the name.
Yep.
So we got another 40 years.
Yep.
But why?
I don't know, because people keep
we
putting their
love
money
nostalgia.
into it and nostalgia. I mean, literally, Disney is making watered down versions of the original movies, and people are still paying to go to them.
That Snow White is dookie.
Oh, it looks terrible. First of all,
What we're saying is, until the end of time, Nintendo, we're okay with everything they do until the end of time.
I'm not saying we're okay with everything they do, but I'm saying like Nintendo is Nintendo, so it doesn't matter. Like I'm not gonna stress over what Nintendo's doing. If I don't like the game, I won't buy it. But
it's like
she's saying,
who
gonna check them?
Yeah, who gonna check them, boo?
Ain't nobody gonna check them. Yeah,
that'd be like going to Balenciaga or Gucci and asking them to make plus sizes. They're not gonna do it. They don't.
Man,
care.
Rick Ross had fake. Look, come on, man.
They don't
make
care.
it.
They're gonna do what they want to.
They don't care.
2X.
Apple's gonna do what they want to.
I kind of give them their props for not bending to the knee every time like society wants them to change.
Nah, I want fat people Gucci. I'm not gonna go down this road. I want that.
I'm not even talking about Gucci. I was talking about
Nintendo.
That needs to be
I think it's okay to encourage them to be better. And it ain't even about Nintendo. I'm talking to the Pokemon company. I'm talking to Game Freak at this point.
I want some Gucci flip-flops.
The Gucci flip-flop. That's all you gonna get.
I feel like you could get some Gucci flip-flops though.
That's probably all you're gonna get.
Yeah, maybe a keychain.
Good at some Gucci.
I wear a 13.
Don't exist. Sorry. No.
Yeah.
That's no. Sorry.
They don't exist. Right.
But that also comes with marketing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like it makes fast as hell, fam. Damn.
It makes people who can buy and afford Gucci. Oh,
yes,
can't afford what?
Yeah, I heard
Gucci.
that. You
Gucci.
Oh,
that's not what I heard.
What did you guys hear?
No, you
know what we heard.
Real? They thought you said poutine.
Yeah, you said poutine. I ain't gonna hold you.
I definitely did not say that.
Say, who can't afford it?
He said it twice.
I definitely did not say that. I would only talk about that if we were talking about GTA. We're not talking about GTA, so I definitely didn't say that.
Right, C or G. What y'all hearing? What?
Definitely said Gucci.
Hey man,
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I?
Well, I said it again. I said Gucci.
Can I get a crumb?
Can I get a crumb?
A crumb.
See, Julian heard it too. Everybody heard that.
Can I get a smidgen?
She said it twice. That's what was funnier.
Oh my god.
She said it twice. I can't wait to clip
There
this.
was no P on that at all.
No, you said C. You said C.
I said Gucci.
Nah.
We heard C.
You said
Okay.
Take that.
Well,
Drop that G.
I mean, like, listen, if I said the C, I would just say it. Like, I
You
have no
did.
problem saying
Twice.
it.
You did.
No.
You did.
No.
You did.
No.
What you doing in here? What you doing?
Oh, my stomach.
Criminal.
I'm
You
sorry
gotta-
if that's what you heard. I didn't say coochie. I said Gucci.
She did it again. Hey,
That time I actually said it.
hey, babe, she up in here talking about coochie, and we supposed to talk about video games.
First of all,
Oh,
don't be lying to
my
your
God.
significant other about what I said.
Poutine.
Good thing.
Okay.
We have too
Yeah,
many
it's all
men
about
in our
routine.
chat for me to be talking about that just out in the open. Don't be putting me on blast like that. That is
My
not what I
bad.
said.
Oh, now
Yeah.
out in the open is an interesting choice of words.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Y'all are perverts. Shut up.
This is why she doesn't come on
Oh,
camera,
man.
because y'all
This is why.
I don't think listen. I watch
Dirty.
stand-up comedy all week, and I don't.
That
laugh as
sentence
hard.
was horrible, Hugger.
Oh my God.
Let's.
No, she didn't, Yobi. You gotta stand up for her. She,
Man.
we know what she's. You hear what
I
Mr.
did
Molly
not-
said.
Now y'all got Yobi yelling at us,
I did-
man.
Good.
Thanks,
because-
Dez.
No, that's what you get. You got Yobi yelling at
Damn.
you. You do.
I be minding my business, and here you go with the. Oh my God, man. Savage.
Minding your business. You were in here. Listen, moving on. What's the next topic?
Listen, but before we dip, we can't leave. We're not talking about the event you and Baron just left from. You guys are both at GDC, and I want to get y'all's thoughts before we go on GDC 2025.
Yo, so I feel bad because me and Baron don't have a comparison on the events that happened before it. But the general consensus that I've been seeing on LinkedIn is that it was like not the best. With it, especially with attendance,
shocked at it, man.
and even the expo floor was not as like full as it usually is, and you could actually tell that. And,
Yeah, that was
like,
yeah.
that was very evident. And I think it's just because it's, first of all, San Francisco is very expensive. And then everybody is doing their own thing outside of GDC. So it's like GDC is the place to be during that week, but like everybody's having their own parties, even during times of the talks. So that made it really hard for people to focus on GDC because they also have to like go to these mixers and things like that. I mean, it was dope. It was dope, like catching up with B and like seeing Julian and all of like my other friends there. Would I do it again next year? I'm not sure, especially if I want to go for business, right? So this time it was just going to scope it out and see what it's like. I think if you're a media person, you should go. I think
Yes.
if you're a student, you should definitely go.
I want to go next year.
You should go. I also think that like, I think that some events were lacking.
Fair.
I won't say what they were. But I think some events were lacking, and then some like really popped off. Like the mixer at EVE Online was crazy. The mix did a really good job as well. Like,
Which I'm sad I missed, but yeah.
You'll be at the next one.
Yeah.
They did a really good job. But honestly, I think it's just networking. And like if you're gonna go to GDC, be ready to be exhausted first and foremost. Cause like, listen, these people don't get out of the office that much or out of their homes that much. And GDC, they use it to party to the point where like they're giving you covers for your drinks because of what happened a while ago with the roofies and stuff like that.
It got weird. Yeah.
Roofling?
Yeah, it was going down.
Yeah. So like when I would go, like some of the parties I went into, they were like, hey, just to let you know, we have covers for your cups. And that was crazy to me because I'm like, yeah, we're all in the game industry. Who is out here doing stuff like that? You know what I mean?
It's the game industry, though.
But it is the game industry. So,
literally, man, woman, always take that cover if you go somewhere, please. If
Always.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Even if you go with your friends, please.
One thing I'll say, just to kind of summarize my experience and just how dope it was, right? Just one thing. I walked away with a Tamagotchi.
Oh, let's go.
I got this at a at a party.
Yeah.
I was at a party and they had a bowl of Tamagotchis.
What?
Yo, they literally like some of these places put money.
Yeah, a
money
bowl
into
of
their party.
Tamagotchis. Yeah.
And that's kind of like, that's their party of the year, so that's why they put in so much money into it. I should have sent the video. I'll do it for next time if I'm not here, but like the tour of Crunchyroll's studio is insane.
I'll say this. I had an amazing time. Shout out to 10 Chambers for making all of that possible. Yeah, they definitely took care of me. But I was shocked at how little I was actually at the convention. I was there for 4 days, and I was only on the convention floor for a total of 3 hours across 4 days. Yeah, like all seriousness, like I went into the media room. I got to see Mr. Midas. I got to see. I met the head of PC Gamer. Like I met a lot of people, but also it was always for the most part outside of the convention center. Like Zola, I don't know if you guys ever used them. That's where I started getting games from back in the day. Yeah, like and then Xbox had a couple of dope events. Wine to Dine us. I got to ride in a car with no driver. It was them Waymos. Hey, they was everywhere, bro.
They were.
And but no. And then one thing that caught me off guard that I was not expecting was how interactive GDC was. I was expecting to get more talks, more like back end structural developmental tech. I was expecting more of that. It was a lot of playable games, whole lot, like a lot. And I didn't expect that. I even got stopped by a guy who was developing a VR game. He stopped me as I was just walking around because he's seen my media badge. And he was like, hey, do you play VR? I was like, yeah. And he was like, do you want to check out my game? I swear it was like the most drug dealer experience ever. I definitely felt uncomfortable. Yeah, no, he was like, do you want to play my game? Shout out to Patrick. He's cool. He's super cool. But it was just like, that's the type of stuff that was going on there. But yeah, for those who've never been, prep to not even be on the convention floor. Yeah. Most of the stuff I didn't even require a badge. It definitely, it was a cool experience. It was something that I will be going to next year. I'm gonna be there. Yeah, see, it's gonna
saving
happen.
Your coins now.
Right, for real. But yeah, no, definitely gonna be going back. GDC, I had a lot of fun, made a lot of cool connections, met a lot of the people I've been emailing for years.
That's cool.
Yeah. It might change though. Like they might from some of the industry talk, it might change. It might not be in San Francisco next year. There's just a lot of talk about moving into a city.
June, I'm going to New York, and it's even sketchy that I'll be allowed to cross the border then. So there's gonna be some intense issues coming through.
Oh no,
Yeah.
a lot of
people had issues.
Not even just that. A lot of people chose not to come.
Yeah.
So a lot of companies from like Canada and developers from Canada chose not to come.
Oh yeah, we said peace.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if they aren't able to, like, okay, so usually I think NVIDIA has a huge booth there. They did not have that there this year.
No, they had a small. They had a few small booths. They had like 2 or 3 different small booths.
And there was another company that usually
and they give out
really
little
big
pins,
little pins, yeah.
Yeah, I
so
swear.
I do think this year, and it just like not just because the gaming industry is like, you know, going through like these major shifts, but like politically we're going through some things. I think next year may be very different.
Go grab my laptop, please.
Yeah.
Hey, your mic's on.
Bring it in and plug it in for me. I need to get on.
Your mic's on. You was hot.
My bad.
Just letting you know you was hot. But no, y'all, like seriously, it was definitely an experience. And then even it's a trip how, without going too far into it, because it's not what we're here to talk about, but all the politics is directly impacting gaming.
Oh, yes.
Like, and
100%.
AI, so politics, AI, and all of this is a huge part of it's going to be impacting gaming heavily, because that's all that was all that was on display. Like, I don't know how to like as much as people talk about how much they hate AI, I'm sorry, it's not gonna matter.
No, it's an.
That's how. Yeah, that's how.
The newest one.
Yeah. The trailer had AI all over it, and they talked about
People
it. I think it was Stella. Yeah, I think Stella interviewed him and asked him about
Coca-Cola's
that.
Christmas ad was all
AI. Yeah,
completely.
The class, and they're known for their yearly commercials. Like it.
It's scary. It's gonna cut so many jobs. It's gonna cut so many jobs of like in the creative field. And the scariest thing is, this is what I took out of it, is that there are so many students there trying to get into an industry that is like very turbulent right now, like extremely.
Hey, and check this, right? So I see For Smokins in the chat talking about gamers don't care about politics. That's cool, but what's going to happen when you can no longer buy the game you've been looking forward to because it's not imported into your country?
Talk to an Australian. GTA probably not be allowed in there.
No, and there's a strong chance. You know what I mean? Like, these are very realistic futures. Or when the price of your game, when you're paying triple the price than what your neighbors pay. And these are things that were going on at GDC that were being discussed.
People were talking about.
Yeah, it's a very serious.
You might have studios who don't even care to do anything for the US anymore. So you just don't get access to those games at all. Do you know how many studios that work with other studios outside of the US?
Yeah, it's gamers are going to start caring.
We're too old to not have to think about politics in our games. Like, and not in the weird way, but just like.
Not only that, most games are political.
All right, yeah.
To end the show on a positive note.
Yeah.
To end the show on a very positive note. Game Informer, the entire team.
Came back, baby.
Yeah.
Digital and physical. Digital and physical.
Yes.
Yep.
We will get our Game Informer magazines back. GameStop is not involved whatsoever with them no more.
Yeah, once it goes up, I'm definitely
physical. Yeah. Time to get those physical Game Informer magazines back. I think that's the perfect news to end the show off with, because a lot of people were hurt. I mean, Game Informer, I mean, we've been around forever, right? Those Game Informer magazines were just, I mean, sometimes I need my phone in the restroom. I have my Game Informer magazine.
Yeah.
You need no phone. You know, it's good times, but I think that's great. And they're bringing back the entire team.
He said he would read full articles when he had a Game Informer in the bathroom. Full on.
For real. Push it. Listen, shout out to the chat, man. You guys are super interactive tonight. You guys do me a big favor. If you enjoyed the show, if you laughed even a little bit, please hit that like button. It helps us out so much. It's free 99. Subscribe if you haven't. This isn't Twitch. It's also free 99. However, if you want to support the show, please consider becoming a channel member. We have multiple tiers. That allows us to be at GDC. That allows us to be at PAX. That allows us to be at these events. If you guys show some support by becoming a channel member, and then you too can spam chickens in the chat, right? So shout out to y'all, man. Listen, we're going to get up out of here. It's been one hell of a show. We'll be back next week with another episode of Level 1 Gaming Podcast. With all that said, congratulations. You guys are up.
Leveled up.
Leveled up.
Up.
Level up.
Level up. With all that said, congratulations. You guys leveled up. This was the Level 1 Gaming Podcast. We will see you guys next week.
Lord Jesus.
He's trying to get out of here quick. Tripping over his
onions.
All right.